This is Disruptors Unleashed, the series that highlights the disruptive technologies shaping our world. Previously, we looked at virtual twins and their impact on sustainability with our trailblazers, Arvind Krishnan from Lifecycle Insights and Philip Dassault from Dassault Systèmes. In this episode, we discover and break through the limits of product reformulation with our experts Robin Mendelakis from Act 2 Consulting, Nandakumar Subramaniam from Tech Mahindra, and Rick Peppermans, an independent consultant.
The topic of digital reformulation is very timely as more and more customers demand more sustainable products from their favorite brands. Our experts offer their experience to companies developing formula-based products and share why using digital reformulation supports both more sustainable products and increased profits. We start with Rick Peppermans, an independent consultant formerly at Unilever for 30 years. Rick managed the digital transformation of Unilever Global R&D. Hello, Rick. Let's start with a big question. How would you describe the reformulation challenges facing consumer packaged goods companies today?
Well, the CPG stands for consumer. Consumers decide in the shop what they buy. And that's a fast decision. No detailed rational analysis, but intuition. And the outcome? That evolves in time. CPG industries spend a lot of effort to keep their understanding of the consumer's actual. This evolving insight then has to be translated into an evolving product. Staying tuned to the consumer is a major reason for reformulation. Sure, it's not the only reason, but it's a major one. Reformulation is modifying an existing formulated product to meet changed requirements. The traditional process of reformulation requires a lot of experience. The number of choices is large. Which ingredients, how much of each ingredient, which production process, what packaging. The number of combinations of these choices is far too big to try even a small fraction of them. And the list of acceptance criteria for the product is also long. Picking the right formulation was half science and half art. Combine that with the current trends. The frequency of reformulation requests is increasing and the time to deliver a requested formulation gets shorter. There are simply not enough experienced formulators to keep up with that. And those are needed to create new formulations, which is even harder. I think a digitally augmented formulator might be the solution, but that's another story.
How do CPG companies you work with formulate and optimize their products to meet the market's sustainability expectations?
One might think that the sustainability expectations just add a series of additional acceptance criteria to the long list. Use only ingredients that are sustainably sourced, limit energy consumption, limit waste, and so on. All products on the markets, of course, must be reevaluated against these criteria. Existing products that don't meet expectation must be reformulated. That means even more reformulation requests. However, adding the sustainability criteria also means creating new kinds of data, evaluating new technology, building new knowledge, but above all, expanding the values of the company. On top of their market shares, revenue and profit, CPG companies now are evaluated on their sustainability ranking. And I can tell you, Unilever takes that very seriously, and so do its major competitors. Big companies have a big responsibility to make the world a better place to live. The impact of sustainability may have been a mere reformulation for each product, but for responsible CPG companies, it is a huge transformation. The digitalization of product development is key to make CPG industry sustainable.
Thank you very much, Rick.
It was my pleasure.
Now we turn to Robin Mendelakis, president of Act 2 Consulting. Robin worked for Colgate-Palmolive for over 29 years, implementing lab management systems and formulation systems. Hello, Robin.
Hello.
Thanks for being with us today. How important is developing more sustainable products in the CPG industry for the brand managers of formulated products?
Developing more sustainable products is one of the top 5 objectives for all key players. Many consumers are now requiring sustainable ingredients that support a circular economy, healthy living, and protect our planet. In responding to these challenges, using more natural ingredients is probably the easiest and most traditional way to reformulate. It's much more difficult to find innovative new synthetic chemicals, as much more testing is involved to prove they're sustainable. And as we know, competition's all about speed. In order to achieve speed, roughly 90% of CPG product development is reformulation, while only 10% is delivering truly new products. And this is to satisfy customers who always want new products on the shelves. Companies could develop products even faster if they had the ability to predict formula performance when swapping ingredients without having to do any physical testing. If you manage to eliminate testing, you not only gain speed to market, but also huge cost savings. Testing is both expensive and time-consuming. Sustainability demands and speed to market are the biggest use cases for reformulation technology today.
How can the digital transformation objectives meet with CPG customers' challenges?
Here's a simple example. What if I replace one ingredient in a product with a greener one? This process goes faster with modeling. But in order to model a product and predict performance, you need to have all the formulation data together with all the test data on the ingredients and prior formulations. Then you can apply machine learning to predict how the new formula will perform. With a digital solution that predicts successful results, you can go faster and model many more formulas than you can physically create in the lab. You can optimize the ingredients in new and better ways, which is a key selling point for digital transformation and formulation. BioVia is good at tying formulating with testing systems to a point where you can apply machine learning and predictive capabilities so that you can model substitution of materials for cost savings and sustainability impact. But a huge change management effort is still needed to get scientists to fully buy in and engage in comprehensive formulation testing and predictive solutions. We need more success stories to share. And within CPG companies, there's a need for strong internal advocates who can sell formulation technology solutions to senior leaders with compelling business cases. As more and more digital natives enter into the scientific population, I think it'll be an easier change management effort to move companies into digital labs in the future.
Thank you very much, Robin. Now we know better what is needed for a successful transformation in the labs.
Thank you for having me.
Our next guest in this podcast is Nandakumar Subramanian, Product Lifecycle Management and Lab Automation System Pre-Sales Lead at Tech Mahindra, Dassault Systèmes Platinum Partner for over 20 years. Hello, Nandakumar.
Hello, Alexei. Thank you for having me in this podcast.
You have worked a lot with oil and gas companies, and they are facing many challenges lately. How would you describe the current strategy for sustainability of these companies?
Sustainability is of paramount importance for all three segments of oil and gas industry. However, for today's session, I'm going to keep the focus on downstream side of the business, specifically lubricants and chemicals. This segment of industry is facing unprecedented challenges with ever-increasing number of specifications and tests by OEMs, new and much stringent regulations, and customer expectations around high performance. And these are never-ending challenges. It is evident that R&D organizations must continuously innovate and be agile to meet market demands and growing complexity. Digitizing and digitalizing the R&D processes is one of the key strategies that is helping these organizations to be agile.
With increasing competition, how can companies control innovation costs and adapt?
Well, Alexei, that's an interesting question. I see two key levers in controlling cost and also improving efficiency. One is leveraging data. Two is improving the workflow efficiency. Companies today are really bogged by data and application silos. Researchers, scientists spend significant amount of time in duplicating information, entering the information from one system to another system, searching for information and curating information. This needs to be broken. Breaking silo is key not only for improving the workflow efficiency, but also for improving the data integrity. We have taken one platform approach with one of our key customers, Dassault System being the platform. We integrated, consolidated 30 plus applications, siloed applications into one single platform, which actually has helped them in improving not only time to market, but also data integrity significantly.
How do R&D organizations drive reformulation for sustainability?
more than half of the product changes that are undertaken by lubricants and chemical business are associated with reformulation, Alexi. Reformulation is key aspect of R&D. However, both sales and marketing and also the supply chain also plays a major role in this overall process. So integrating this value chain is essential. I'll take an example. IMO 2020 is a recent standard that was introduced for marine lubrication. Now, IMO 2020 allowed lubrication or the marine customers to take multiple options. They can continue to use the existing lubricants, or they can go for a low sulfur lubrication, or pick some other option. So they had multiple options to move forward to meet the standard. Now, all the chemical companies or the lubricant companies will have to meet all these different options. So it is essential that the R&D department is aware of what the customer direction is and where the customer is going.
Well, thank you for all this insight, Nanda Kumar, and thank you for joining us on this Dassault Systèmes podcast.
Thank you, Alexi. Thank you for having me. Glad to be part of it.
I hope you enjoyed listening to our experts. Now you know more about the challenges of product reformulation for sustainability and why digital tools should play a major role.
Disruptors Unleashed is produced by Dassault Systèmes. For more episodes, follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Deezer, or your nearest audio streaming platform. To learn more about Dassault Systèmes, visit us at 3ds.com.